All right, 1 minute. O'Driscoll, you're Tarzan boy the rest of this ride. We refer to you as Tarzan boy.
Well, that sounds good. I like
30
that.
seconds. 30 seconds. Sounds just like it.
Why Tarzan boy? What happened?
It's the name of that song. Tarzan
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to enter the ride here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. 10 seconds, guys. Oh, actually, 15. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's roll it out. As you notice, we're under our own power again on this one. Getting such good feedback. And Swift is being a pain in my tuchus. It's working well, so I may as well keep going with these every so often. So just get the legs moving. I'm going to lead you through the workout step by step. We got some good quality on this one, good high intensity without leaving you too bagged afterwards. Go about the rest of your day. What we're calling it Ironman Pacing with Spice. So we're going to work in that 70 to 85% range. Some tempo efforts. We're going to do some 40-20s. We're going to build here 5 minutes, nice and easy. Get the legs rolling. No stress on watts, no stress on power, no stress on effort. Just get moving. We'll get some 30-second pickups in after this 5-minute spin. Remember, you guys want to talk to each other. You want to leave each other a comment. Use that Swift companion app. We'll get some good TT position throughout this one. Work on the technical aspects of riding as we always do, while enjoying each other's company. It's funny looking at this at these rides as we go. Those of you that have been consistent on these rides the last few weeks that we've been doing these hold your own wattage, because usually we do the ERG on if anybody's new on here. We usually have ERG on. Workout is built in the workout. These Tuesday, Thursday rides, we've been doing them for the last 5 years. I don't think we've ever missed a Tuesday, Thursday. Even on holidays, we do it. But we've been doing ERG off while I lead you through the workout and going back and looking at how we execute week over week. It gets so much better in the ability to hold the specified power. So if I say 70% and I go back and look at your 70% and how steady it is and how dialed in that power is at 70% week over week with more focus and more practice, we hold that 70% much more stable, which is means we're getting more efficient, we're getting fitter, we're getting stronger, we're getting more mindful. Ellen was perfect last week. Oh my, I thought the RG was on when I went back and looked at her numbers. But she's next to her old man, Tristan. Ellen gave me feedback. He was saying, I think my power meter's broken. This power's all over the place. Power meter ain't broken. The efficiency. Go look at your better half's numbers. Look at your better half's execution. Flatline. Not in a bad way. So going into this, let's make sure we're aware of our 70% effort, 80%, 70% of threshold, 80% of threshold, 90% of threshold, threshold. So once we get in the meat of the workout, we just hit it. Don't have to think so much. Should have a paper in front of us that has our power at each percentage, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95 threshold. How that aligns with our heart rates at those numbers. Riding yesterday, went out and rode with David Y. That was pretty much the furthest place I could get from the starting point. Middle of nowhere, Yerba Buena Canyon. No cars. It's the middle of nowhere in the Santa Monica Mountains. Very infrequently traveled road by cars and cyclists. My chain fell off. I told David, keep going. I'll catch up to you. All right, we're gonna hold that thought. We're gonna get some 30-second pickups in. I don't care about effort. I just want to bring your cadence up here. So keep the chain ring, big ring in the front. Keep it in one of the lower, easier gears in the back, and let's pick up our effort in 2, 1. Bring your cadence up. 30 seconds. Just get the legs moving, knock off some rust. Make sure those knees are straight up and down. Keep those legs nice and light. Drive the momentum with the knees. Relax the lower leg. Visualize those cleats attached to your knees. 2, 1. Back it down. Spin it out. So get the furthest point. I tell David, keep going and put my chain back on. It fell off. He keeps going, turns a corner. He's gone. Jump off, put my chain back on, jump back on. As I jump back on, rear tire goes flat. More to that story to come. Here we go. Pick up that cadence again in 3, 2, 1. It's all about foot speed here, not about power. So bring your cadence slightly higher than it was on the last one. Probably in the low to mid 90s somewhere. Once again, your big ring in the front. One of the easier cogs in the back, closer to the hub. 3, 2, 1. So I jump off my bike, go to change a tire, and I look and I'd switched to my TT bike. I was on my road bike the last few weeks, and I didn't put my flat kit on my TT bike. Middle of nowhere. I keep a tube in my back pocket, but I don't have any tire levers. I thought I was going to be eaten by the coyotes and the bears. Here we go. 2, 1. Pick it up. Come on. A little faster again. Upper 90s. Cadence wise. And remember, we're riding the road right now on Zwift. So we're going to get a little incline. You need to move, switch your gears accordingly. Make it a little easier here as we go uphill in order to keep that cadence up. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Back it down. Still going uphill. Keep it easy, guys. Very easy gearing. Just worried about the foot speed on the 30-second efforts. David was gone. There was no David. He was already gone. I had no help. 3, 2, 1. Pick up this foot speed. Come on. And now we're on flat ground on Zwift. Bring that cadence up into the 100s. Come on. Move your legs. Watch your left knee straight up and down. Watch that right knee. We don't want any wobble as that knee drives down or floats up. Watch your left, watch your right. Back it down, nice and easy. 1 to go.
So just to clarify, we should be looking at the top right-hand corner, the elevation gain or loss or flat or whatever.
Keep an eye on it.
Just keep an eye on it.
I'll give you a heads up as we go, but we're shifting gears based on the terrain. Power output's on us, just as if we were outside. Here we go. Last pickup. 2, 1. Bring the cadence up. Come on. You're on your TT bike. You can work that TT position, but I want your cadence in the 100s. Come on, come on, come on. Move your legs. Let's go. 2, 1, and back it down. So I start to try to peel the tire off. Not happening. Leslie, you ever try to peel a tire off with your bare fingers? Starting to think, what the hell am I going to do? There's nobody out here. And then I think about my Canyon. I say, you know what? I think there's some compartments on this thing below the saddle. I think I cleared them out when I put the bike bag on here, but let me look. And in the top tube, hidden away, was a tire lever and a CO2 adapter. So I have a tire lever, a CO2 adapter. Oh, hey, this might work out. And I remember hidden below the water bottle, there's another compartment. So I look in there and there's a CO2. I'm like, this is my day. I had everything I needed. Changed it, went and caught up to David, and everything worked out. But oh boy, for a minute, I thought this will be a good story to tell the troops. Don't leave home without checking your flat and bringing extras and making sure that you have all your bases covered. Because if you're out there in the middle of nowhere, I know somebody like Jordan up in the wilderness up there, he would have just given up. He'd be sleeping under a rock somewhere. Which might not be the worst thing with all the kids being so crazy around the house. Am I right? All right, so a couple minutes to go. We're going to spin it nice and easy. Oh, also, it was the middle of nowhere, so I had no service on my phone. It was just SOS. That's how far out I was. But get used to changing a tire. If you can't change a tire, practice at home. Make sure you have all the right equipment, all the right change stuff. Don't just grab a tire change pack from the local bike store and think you're good. Make sure you know how to do it. And you have the right equipment for your wheels. If I didn't have a valve extender, I also had a valve extender in a little baggie. There's no way I would have been able to, even if I had all the right stuff and if I didn't have a valve extender with 40 millimeter wheels, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Okay. Enough of that. So we're going to get into some Ironman pace efforts. So we're going to be in that range of 70. 85 is a little high, but I thought I'd add you a little spice in there. 70%, we're going to start here in 20 seconds with 70% effort. You're holding it on your own power. So we're going to be in the big ring in the front, cadence. We're going to try and keep that cadence 75 to 85. So our race pace cadence range. And we're going to build effort every couple minutes.
So just to clarify.
2, 1, 70%. What do you got, Chris?
You need to be looking at the top right-hand corner and looking at the elevation gain. If it's 1 to 5%, you need to adjust your gears accordingly and not smashing big gears going up these hills this early.
There's not many hills on this course, but it is just up and down as we go. So if we want to keep that effort in the cadence in the 75 to 85 range, the effort at 70%.
Hello there. How can I help?
Who's that? Is that you, O'Driscoll? Alexa, how do I turn off my Alexa? So that 1% in the corner right now shouldn't be too big of a deal. But as it increases in incline, that's when we don't want to just turn a blind eye. And it's not going to increase incline in this course. But if it were to, we don't want to end up mashing a big gear because we're not paying attention to gearing and incline. So as we go up here, 5%, change that gearing. 70% effort, cadence up in that 75 to 85 range. And just keep it steady no matter the terrain. Now we can shift back down, get a little bigger gearing as we start to come downhill. And in 10 seconds, I want to slightly bring that power up again to 75%. 3, 2, 1. So bring it up slightly. Keep that cadence in the 75 to 85 range. Now, as we're hitting this 75% effort with that cadence and range, you want to think about the stability on the saddle. Hips are square to the front. It's that good platform that we talked about last week. Showed you guys myself on the bench. When you're bench pressing, you need to have that stable foundation in order to press big weight up. Same thing goes with biking. You want to put out more watts, more strength. Got to stabilize in that saddle. On your TT bike, I want you guys in the TT position for a majority of the remainder of this effort. At about 5 minutes left of work before we back it down. Going uphill again. Stabilize, keep that cadence in range. You can hold that TT position inside. You go outside, you'll fall right into it. Feel better than ever. We're going to up our effort to 80%. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Going uphill. Change those gears. Change those gears. Come on, guys. Keep the cadence in range. Keep the power at 80%. Gears are getting, you got to change those gears easier. And don't overcook it just because you're going uphill. We're working on holding the effort, which is why these free rides are so beneficial, because we get the feel for outdoor riding. %80 effort. 3 minutes left in this effort, in this interval, or this set. Pushing over the top, staying on the effort. This is where we practice getting on the effort, keeping the cadence up, and not just saying, oh, I'm done with that climb, let me recover. No. Drive the knees, stay light on the feet, keep that cadence 80%. That cadence 75 to 80, effort 80%, no matter the terrain. One last crank up to 85% effort. in 2, 1. Let's go. 2 minutes here. Keep changing gears accordingly, just as if you're riding outside. Got to be comfortable with that feel. And then, as you're feeling it out, executing the power, executing the cadence, let's relax our lower leg. Release your calf, wiggle your toes. Focus on that left leg. Keep the tension out of the calf. Same thing on the right leg. Drive the knee, relax the calf. 85% effort. Keep it right there, guys. 20 seconds, we'll back it down. Big deep breaths. Three, 2, 1. Beautiful. Get a drink, relax. 3 minutes easy. That's the best part of this ERG off workout. You could spin super easy here. Very light pressure on the pedals. Let's get recovered. You guys remember the name of the workout? It's Ironman Pacing with spice. So here comes the spice. In a few minutes, the 24-minute mark, we're going to do 6 40-20s. 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. 6 of them. So 6 minutes of work. The 40 seconds is going to be in the 105 to 115% range. 105 to 115. So think about your threshold. Anywhere 5 to 15% above threshold. And the 20 seconds, we spin it out super easy. 6 times through, we don't think about how many we've done or how many we have to go. Just stay present and focused. On the current effort. You're on your TT bike, you can knock these out in your TT position. But you just got to keep the stress out of those hip flexors. Nice and relaxed on the knee, floating up on the back of the pedal stroke. Release your hip flexor. We'll start our first one in 1 minute. Gearing, big gear in the front. Probably somewhere on the outer edge, closer to the outer edge in the back when we're hitting the effort. Riding yesterday, it was 8,000 feet of climbing in almost 70 miles. And I did a lot of the climbing in the TT position. And David started asking me about all these numbers and watts and heart rate. I didn't have anything on me. I was just going off of effort. But I get in that TT position, I go uphill. I figure if I can go uphill in the TT position, work the strength, work that muscular adaptation, when I go flat, it's going to be no problem. The same thing here. We put out 110% in TT. Back it down. It's going to be no big deal. Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 105 to 115% of your threshold for 40 seconds. Remember, we got 6 of these and we're still in the first third of the workout. So don't absolutely crush yourself. We're going downhill right now. So you can use our little bigger gear to put out more watts. So pay attention to the hill or the incline. Shift gearing accordingly. 3, 2, 1. Spin it out. Easy, 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 guys. No stress on this power output here. Now, as we ramp up the power again, stay seated. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you're feeling good, I would like your power to be above 110%. Make sure we're pulling those heels under the bottom. Drive the heel down. Scrape it under. 2, 1. Spin it out. Never forget about that technique. Here we go. Stay seated. Let's up the power. 2, 1. Let's go. Try and hit that 110% range. We're reaching here, guys. Come on. Three, 2. Spin it out. One at a time. Getting fit. We're getting fast. We're at gaining power. 2, 1. Let's go. Stay present. Stay focused on the process. Gonna start going uphill here. Keep the power up. Change the gearing so you're not mashing a huge gear. Three, 2, 1. Spin it out easy. Easy, easy, easy. Good. Way to be smart going up that hill. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. Let's float that left knee up. Release that left hip flexor. Release your left foot. No stress in that left hip. And back it down. All right, last one. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, power to the pedals. We reach, we adapt, we get fast. But that can't happen without your willingness to reach. Three, 2, 1. Spin it out easy. Easy. 3-minute spin. Very nice. So you might say, oh, I got an Ironman. I don't need to be doing 40-20s. What the hell is that all about? I do these in the weeks leading up to a race. No matter what distance, I'll throw 40-20s in because it just helps with the feel of the power transfer to the pedals. Sure, you're raising your FTP. You're working on that power output. You're working that cardio system, that muscular endurance. But it also just helps with the feel of what you should be doing as you pedal. How you should be feeling the pedals. Every single revolution. Because on those 40-20s, if you aren't actively engaged in putting power to the pedals, there's no way you're going to hold that effort one after another. So as we do them, take a mental note of the feel you have on that pedal cleat interface. Easy spinning. Eli, what do you got, bud?
Yeah, this is awesome work. Those 40-20s, we're over our lactate threshold every time we do that, each 40-second effort. And, you know, the 20 seconds is where we have to recover and clear that lactate. So by practicing this more and more, adding longer and longer intervals, we're going to get better at clearing that lactate. What's nice about it is that this is something that kind of can happen to you during a race. You have those annoying athletes, they pass you and then they slow down in front of you. You pass them back, they do it all over again. Sometimes you have to put on that effort. You have to put in that hard 40 seconds, 50-second effort to get away from those guys. And this is where we're training to do that. So it's really a great workout.
Well said, buddy. All right, so we're gonna get back into our 70% effort here. In 30 seconds, we'll get into it. What's also nice about these ERG off workouts is I can make a left-hand turn if I need to change things up based on what I'm seeing. Right now, we're good. Everybody's crushing. I'm watching those watts per kilogram. Let's jump in to 70% in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Cadence 75 to 85. Let's get in that TT position. 70% feels almost like you're soft pedaling, but don't overcook it. I want to work on that ability to stay fluid, stay efficient, and hold that specified power. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? You could be at 80% and 60% back and forth, and that's going to equal a 70% average. Or you could be at 70% the whole way, nice and fluid, relaxed, steady. You're doing it the first way, those spikes causing way too much muscular stress. You have a hard time running off of that effort. You're holding that 70%, nice and relaxed, fluid, efficient, stable. Those flatline power output leads to the most successful runs. Going uphill, change those gearing. Keeping it 70. Watching all this stuff. You're watching cadence, you're watching power, watching heart rate, watching the percentage grade, thinking about the gear changes. Don't tense up. Release that tension. Think about how you're moving on the bike. Let's up our effort to 75% in 2, 1. Let's go. Wiggle those toes, relax the upper body. You're in your TT position, elbows down, pull up on those hands. $80, 75%, 75% cadence, 75 to 85.
Heart rate. 130. No, 134.
Eli, is that you?
Yep, sorry.
Caught Eli talking about me on the hot mic. He wasn't talking about me. I didn't hear what you were saying, but I assume you're talking about me. All right. In 30 seconds, we're going to bring it up to 80%. Not yet. Keep it at 75. We're going to be going uphill here shortly. So as we increase that incline, change your gearing. Let's go up to 80%. 2, 1. Let's go. Going uphill. So don't overshoot the 80. Focus on that left knee. Drive it down. Drop the heel. Scrape the heel under the bottom. Change that gearing to keep it at 80. Good. That's how we dial in, guys. We ride the ride based on what the road is giving us. And we stick to our numbers. Keep it at 80, going over the top. Now we push over just as we do outside. Stay on the effort. We don't back it down. That wasn't a very long hill climbing up, so it shouldn't be hard to get on the effort. But as those hills increase in length, duration, more of a tax toll it takes on your body. Pushing over the top is hard. We get used to it here. Shift those gears, guys. Now we're going to bring up the effort. And I want it in that 80 to 85% range. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 80 to 85%. We're going to be here for 4 minutes. Push over the top. Get on those gears. Rollers are the toughest spot because you got to constantly be shifting, constantly be engaged in keeping it smooth, keeping that pedaling relaxed. Driving the knees, make sure they're not compensating by bowing out or knocking in. And don't overcook it. Just past the halfway point of this workout. Still got a lot of work to do. So keep it 80, 85%. TT position on the TT bikes. You're on the road bike. Relax your upper body. Take the tension out of those traps. Soften your elbows, wiggle your fingers. You're on the TT bike. Press down those elbows. Pull up on your hands. Drop that head out of the wind. Drive your left knee down. Float your right knee up. Feel the pedal stroke working together. 30 pedal strokes. Drive your left knee down. Float your right knee up. Count to yourself. Let's go. 30. Other side, drive your right knee down. Float your left knee up for 30. Let's go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Spin it out. 3 minutes easy. All right, nice and easy, guys. Neck gearing down. Light resistance on the pedals. Okay, what are you feeling, bud?
I'm really practicing kind of spin my legs and how relationship of cadence to power. Really look at how those numbers. So you shift your gears up, start to lose a little power. You come back down a gear, power goes up, your cadence goes up. kind of feeling that. And then definitely feeling like when we come up to a hill, kind of hits you and you want to stop it. If you keep that power and cadence and how it carries you up to that top of that hill, then you kind of, like you said, you just kind of crest over the top of that hill and cruise down. So, that kind of realistic out on the road feeling. That's what you want to have, especially like in a race. Cadence, power, up over that hill, and then cruise down the hill.
All right, guys. So 40-20 coming up. Go at 110 to 120% on these. Here we go. Big gear in the front. Outer half in the back. 40-20 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. We're around flat terrain right now. Get it up to 110. 110%. First one always hurts the most. Two, one, spin it out. All right, here we go again. Start bringing your cadence up. Power to the pedals. 2, 1, let's go. Good. Keep driving those knees. Keep the stress out of the calves. Three, 2, 1. Good. Five seconds. Come on. Let's hit it in 2, 1. Let's reach. Come on. Gonna start going uphill. Change that gear. I don't want you mashing a super low gear here. Cadence stays up. Three, 2, 1. Spin it out. Here we go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back on flat terrain. Like I said, feel the pedals, guys. Keep reaching, keep reaching. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Guys are here because you want to make gains. 3. Back it down. Here we go. 3, 2. Stay seated, drive the knees. Good stability on your saddle. Scrape those heels under. Keep it above 110%. Do what you have to do to get there. Three, 2. Good. Here we go. 2, 1. Hit it. Come on. Accountability comes to you. ERG's not on. You have to keep yourself accountable to stay above 110%. We do the things nobody else wants to do. Three, 2, 1. I forgot to tell you guys we're doing 8. Got 2 more. Here we go. Start amping that cadence up. 2, 1. Shift that gearing. Drive your left heel down. Scrape it under the bottom. 20 pedal strokes on the left. Let's go. Three, 2, 1. 1 to go. Here we go. Cadence up. 2, 1. Let's go. Shift the gear harder. 1 gear harder. Keep the cadence right there. What happens to that power? Hang on, 10 seconds. 3, 2. Spin it out. Nice and easy. 3 minutes. Very nice, guys. Keep it moving. 1 more round. Tempo and spice. There's your quality here. Jordan will be freestyling all night.
Hey, Sean just texted me. He said stop by Delamo Mall and pick up about 12 headbands. He wants to be like Kuno, Mitch, you,
Keith,
who else? Keith,
Leslie.
the headband ride.
I'm counting Eli. That's almost a headband.
That's almost a headband.
Anthony,
Santiago.
Anthony, Max.
Yeah, Max, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get-
Mitch.
It doesn't have
And
headbands. He wants his in pink though.
all right, guys, really nice work. All right, 56-minute mark. I'm telling you, so I don't forget. We're going to start our last round of tempo. Starting at 70%. Working the grade, working the incline, descents. Visualizing, just as if you're out there riding on the road. We're putting our mind there as we execute this lower end tempo stuff. My headband's Lululemon. All right, so a lot of TT position on the TT bike here. Jordan, get Bosley shampoo, it'll help you.
Of course yours is Lululemon. You're not freaking going to Walmart.
No way. I pay $30 for mine. Get him through Zoot. Audra, good idea. We need to give Zoot a little love. All right, here we go. Get your cadence in the big ring in the front, or gearing in the big ring in the front. Cadence 75 to 85. Here we go. 70% effort. Let's go. Legs might be a little heavy. Take a couple minutes to get into it, but you'll get into it. Just don't overcook it, guys. Come on. Find that 70%. Dial into it. It takes 30 seconds to find it. That's fine. Blood's pooling a little bit after those 40-20s. But we'll get some incline here. So let's make sure we're shifting, keeping it right there. It's the longest tempo effort of the day. We're executing this low end tempo for 12 minutes. Obviously, we will vary the output. But we still have a good amount of work to do in this session. So let's be smart about how we execute. Going uphill, upper body's relaxed. We're 5%. The gearing is probably in the smaller cogs in the cassette. We're going to push over the top, stay on the pedals, keeping it at 70%. Here we go. Shift the gear, shift the gear. Get ready for it. And here we go. Come on. 70% effort over the top. No let up. No huge spike. Just smooth output. As we increase the descent, let's increase our power slightly. Come up to 70, 75% output. Seventy, 75%. Nothing greater than 75. Nothing below 70. This is that roller section we went through last time. A lot of gear changes to keep the power cadence where we want it to be. Visualize being outside. A hilly section. What would you do with that gearing? Mindless riding leads to some tough results. We might ride mindfully, we execute mindfully. We're going to finish right where we want to finish. But as you see in these rides, I'm talking you through it the way I would ride it. Constantly engaged and mindful every second that my feet are turning. We're going to up our effort 75 to 80% in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, once again, we're going to drive our right knee down, float our left knee up. 40 pedal strokes. Feel the pedals, feel the power output. 75 to 80%. 40 pedal strokes. Let's go. Right knee down, left knee up. Over to the other side. Left knee down, right knee up. 40 pedal strokes. Let's go. All right, let's up our effort 80%. Right at our half Ironman race pace average. We're going uphill 1%. Stay light on the pedals. Drive the knees. Back to 0. I'm holding this 80% for 6 minutes. We still have work to do after this, so be smart. Be fluid, be efficient, be smooth. Work that TT position. Now fatigue is building. There's chances compensation could be happening. Start with your hips square to the front. Good stability on your saddle. Hip flexors are relaxed as the knees float up. Left knee, no wobble. Control it straight up and down. Right knee, same thing, no wobble. 80% effort, guys. I know that fatigue is building. We're getting there, but you got to stay mindful. – 80%. A nice flat road. Visualize riding outside. Got 90 seconds left here. Feel that power transfer. Drive the momentum with those knees. Relax the upper body. Gonna go one more minute at 80%. Good, 75 to 85 cadence. Wiggle your toes. Release your calf. Big deep breaths. Change that gearing as we finish off this. We're going uphill. 80% in 5. And let's back it down. 2, 1. Spin it out easy. Easy, easy, easy. Bring that gearing down. Don't worry about the hill. We'll keep moving forward. Let's keep it easy. Want to get recovered. 3 minutes. All right, last round of 40-20s. Yes, Jordan, I ended it early for you. I want you guys I want you recovered as much as possible to get the most quality we can out of these 40-20s. We're going 10 rounds. I didn't want to shortchange you to 40-20s. So nice and easy, spin it out. First 1 or 2 is going to be tough, but then you'll find that groove. Knock them out 1 at a time. We know the protocol by now. We know the mindset, the gearing, the execution, the output, the feel that you're putting to the pedals. All right, we're going to go in 1 minute and 10 seconds. All right, here we go. 30 seconds, we'll get going. 40 20s, 10 times through. Try and hold that 110%. But remember, we got 10 of them. So let's not blow out the first couple and limp over the finish line. I'd rather be conservative on the first couple, allowing you to get through all 10. So here we go. Get that gearing right. Start bringing your cadence up. 3, 2, 1. Focus on the process. Focus on where you're at, not where you came from or where you're going to. Good. Keep it moving. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Spin it out. Easy spin. Here we go. 5, 2, 1. It's on you guys. We don't back down just because we can. You back down just because you can. You do that now, that's what's going to happen on race day. Find that internal motivation. To push the body and the mind to the next level. 2, 1. Spin it out. Three, 2. Come on. Drive the heel down, scrape it under. Don't even look at the clock. Let me worry about the clock. You worry about driving the knees, stabilizing the saddle. Put it in one gear harder. How do you respond? How does the power respond? Three, 2. Spin it out. Cadence up. Let's go. 2, 1. Let's go. Challenge yourself. Raise the bar. Perfect practice. Shift the gear harder. What happens? Two, 1. Back it down. Building that resiliency. You don't want to fatigue on race day. You got to do the work now. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Come on. Shift the gear harder. And maintain. Going downhill, shift the gear harder. Keep the power up. Two, one. Spin it out. Three, two, one. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Amp it up. Let's go, guys. Three, two, one. Spin it out. Here we go. Three, two, one. Let's go. Come on. Here we go uphill. Change that gearing. Keep the effort up. Push it. Three, two. Very nice. We're getting there. One at a time. Keep your gearing on the easier side getting into this one. We're still going uphill. Three, two, let's go. Come on. Now you get practice pushing over the top. Keep the effort up. Come on, push over. Let's go. Shift your gear. Three, two, well executed. Here we go. Cadence up. Three, two, come on. Hit it. Reach. Adapt. Get faster. Come on. Push over the top. Two, one. Easy. Last one. Three, two, come on. At least 110%. Hunker down in that saddle. Push some watts. Two. One. Very nice. Spin it out. Keep your legs moving. That's it. Really nice work, everybody. All right, keep the legs moving. Get that heart rate down. That's how we ride the course. Time and time again, and when I go into Training Peaks, I get the comment, wow, that flew by after this type of ride. How the heck was that 80 minutes? Because it was over in a blink. And that just shows you were in flow. You feel like that workout was over before you knew it. You were in that flow state. Executing, mindful, every pedal stroke. Focus on the process. And the more we practice this type of riding, the quicker these workouts are going to go for you, because you're going to be that much more engaged in the process. So not only does it help you work your gearing, ride off of your own effort on the given day, execute the way it feels more realistically or realistic to the road, but it also really helps you with that mindset. Eli, anything to finish with here?
No, this is awesome work. You know, keeping it's a big mental game, guys, to keep your head in it and keep pushing hard as the workout is going and it's getting longer and you have to go even harder. It's going to make the big difference when race day comes. Great
Right.
work.
No one's doing what we're doing, guys. All right. See you guys at 2 p.m. A lot of good stuff to go over. I'll send out the reminder email shortly. Stay on the bike until that heart rate comes down. Don't get off and faint. So getting on the run after this, build into it, find that race pace or that good pace, maintainable pace, but don't think you got to go there right away. Build up just as you do out of transition. All right. We'll see you guys at 2 p.m. Love you. Bye.